Atheism here, folks, and welcome to Y2K 19.07.23. I got this little note the other day from a so-called Hasidic, as in Atheism too, Hasidic rabbi of the Lubavitch or Hasidic sect. You don't know what all this stuff is? No problem. Another time I could educate you. But I got this letter from this rabbi. It was a short note filled with significance. Here is exactly what it said. Quote, ooh, bunch of, a capital O with a bunch of O's. I was separated from the day that I went to kindergarten. And he has a little emoji with a little smirk on it. Could you imagine that? And he didn't spell imagine correctly. He spelled it imagine. Could you imagine that? I guess they don't teach rabbi spelling in yeshiva. That's rabbi school. But here's the point. I wrote to him because he thinks that locking up children and separating them from their parents is funny. The kindergarten clown rabbi. And he was answering my question, direct question, through letters, whether he would feel so good if someone came and separated him from his children. And he conflated this by his being separated from his parents when he went to kindergarten. And again, to children being separated from their parents at the southern border who many of them may never see their parents again, thanks to the Nazi traitor, scumbag, mother effer, Trump. Just for fun, as I said before, he had that little emoji with the smirk. Thanks to religious Nazi, Trump-supporting, fundamentalist, religious extremists like this, and other more important matters, I am celebrating next month 18 years of atheism. Jewish people know what it is like to have their children taken from them and murdered. We know. This rabbinic creep should know better. But I've learned to expect no less from these religious extremist totalitarians, whether Jewish, whether Christian, or whether Muslim. I'm afraid that the bill is one day going to come to my tribe when the Nazi Trump cancer is finally out of the White House. Yes, we may end up with, and hopefully, a progressive administration. But don't expect that administration to hand Netanyahu and Israel everything he wants. And in fact, full disclosure, I would want. But he ruined that opportunity when he decided to crash our election and our politics with his outspoken support for the Nazi Trump. Trump hikes, Netanyahu presents. We Jews have been shoved around throughout our tumultuous histories. And folks, I don't mean to keep bringing up Jews in these broadcasts. I bring up my tribe and tribal matters when it's relevant, especially when this Nazi creep is using us as a political football. Sometimes my tribe was smart about our predicament, being hated. But sometimes we were not. Sometimes aligning ourselves with our own potential enemies. Most of my tribe did not actually support the Nazi Trump creep. More liberal members of my tribes would not support this creep. But this did not stop our Orthodox members from doing so. And I'm not saying all of them did also, but many, a majority, alongside with the support of the state of Israel and Netanyahu. You can spend your life cultivating friends and enemies. Israel under Netanyahu, in aligning itself with the Nazi Trump, has done a great deal in creating many new enemies of us, our Jewish tribe, in the future. And in supporting the Nazi Trump, Israel, and some members of my tribe, including Netanyahu, have gone a long way in undermining our rights to that entire land, according to the men who wrote the Bible. I am proud to be an atheist, and I never hide it. Plus, I don't hide my tribal roots either. I especially like to announce it right in the faces of religious creeps I run into, my atheism. The clergy is made up of a bevy of hypocrites, perverts, and demagogues. They teach their congregants to be silent and to take it. To be good little boys and girls, so that one day, when we die, we can all go to a better place. And I spoke about this last year, about the afterlife. Well, if there happens to be another place, I prefer to go to Pandora, if I could breathe there. If I had to spend eternity, on the other hand, with the likes of Rabbi Kindergarten Clown and other religious extremists, that certainly would be hell beyond earth. I learned from the Twilight Zone that everyone who believes in an afterlife really have their own interpretations of such a place. The clergy know how cruddy life is on this naked ape-controlled planet. So to keep us all under control, they con us all into believing that there is another better world, a world according to their interpretation and not yours. They remind you how much that you are going to be kicked in your ass throughout your life in all their sermons. But that you shouldn't worry, because you will be paid your reward once you are dead. No one has ever come back to tell how great it is in the beyond. But don't worry, because we can continue to abuse and to neglect this world for the great orgasm in the sky to follow. Wow! The purpose of religion and the clergy is to con you into accepting the crap upon crap that all of us must deal with day by day, year by year. Only the rich, ladies and gentlemen, the well-connected, and the clergy enjoy all of this at our expense. It is religion that brought down the buildings on Y2K 0.09.11. It is religious extremism that is helping the Nazi, racist, scumbag, birther, traitor Trump to remain in power. And it is religious extremism that creates the kind of insensitive racist ignorance that would allow a stupid so-called rabbi to conflate his kindergarten experiences to children at our southern border, forcibly separated from their parents and placed in disgusting concentration detention camps. Everyone should be free to practice any kind of belief that will help them get through the human naked ape engendered hell on earth. If I was running things, I would not impinge on people's religion, but I would not let you run things. I am an atheist and proud of it. I do not believe in any kind of deity, especially the one that Nazi Trump disingenuously prays to, or the one that a kindergarten clown rabbi prays to. Instead, they have fashioned themselves a large pile of crap and the contention that you can lock children up anywhere.